Kim and I are very excited to be coming to you today by this means, and we thank you for looking at the newsletter. We thank you for clicking on this link so that we can join you. I wish we could sit around a table with a cup of coffee and just share these things that we'll be sharing over the next few weeks and that we've shared in the newsletter. God is doing so many things. It's so exciting, and you're a part of that. Thank you to those who have prayed for us. We desperately need that. Thank you to those who have partnered with us. We desperately need that as well because God is moving in tremendous ways. And we look forward over these next few weeks to sharing with you what he's doing in those tremendous ways because it is definitely a God thing. I'm going to take just a moment here to share my screen so that I can walk you through some of this that we'll be talking about in the next few weeks. And today we're going to be dealing with the foundation. But as we think about DisciplePath, we are reaching North America and beyond with local church discipleship training and coaching. Thankfully, we are a part of a team, and God brought us into over 45 countries at this point. We're getting ready to launch 2 restricted countries, and we're going into 10 countries in South America as God's provided a director for that. So we're looking forward to 35 more countries launching over the next 5 years. And we're getting great reports from all over the world. Here in the U.S., as we reintroduce DisciplePath, as it's called here in North America, to North America, just wanted to share with you this 5-year vision that we have for what God is doing. You'll recognize this, of course, from the newsletter. And we're going to talk a bit about the foundation. And that foundation is what we do, go and make disciples. That is 5 times in Scripture. And God, it was the last words of Christ. This is what God's called us to do, and we're helping churches to develop that kind of culture so that they can make disciples who make disciples. We're looking at being 100% funded next year. That's our goal as we continue to raise our salary and develop partnerships. We're excited about the 2-way partnerships as we minister with those who help us and minister to us in prayer, and we're grateful for that opportunity. We have a focus, and this is very, very important. God's allowing us to go national in 2023 or 24 rather. And I look forward to letting you know about that in a couple of weeks as we deal with that. Vision, we're developing all of this is the fulfillment of the vision God has given us for the next 5 years. And then of course, the future. Kim and I are not getting any younger, and we want to equip not only the next generation, but we also want to equip and mentor the next North American director. So these are the things that we have ahead of us, Lord willing, over these next 5 years. Concentrating on the foundation, we've been able to launch training centers in North Carolina, Texas, and in California. We've got trainers developing across the country. We're also streamlining our curriculum. We now offer a 1-year basic curriculum. We offer a 2nd-year advanced curriculum for those churches that want to take a deeper dive into evangelism and multiplication. And we are currently working on a 3-day intensive. And all of these, of course, include 12 months of coaching to move the church along. We're also building a team. We've got trainers who are being trained. We have what we call our TAC team. These are trainers, ambassadors, those who are telling others about our ministry and sharing what God's doing, as well as coaches, those who will be helping us as we coach churches. This team is growing. It's made up of pastors who have implemented this ministry, DisciplePath, in their churches. They've seen the potential. They know what it can do. They're testifying as to what it can do. And they are going to be helping us in this process, a prayer team as well as a TAC team. So we're excited about these things. You know, what are we about? Well, just this past week, I had a lady in her 80s come to me and say, Pastor Joe, you know, I've been saved for over 70 years, she said. And yet I just am realizing that this discipleship and being a disciple who makes disciples is not just for the pastor and the leadership of the church. It's for me, for every one of us. In all of these 70 years that I've known the Lord, I've finally come to that realization. And that's what we're about, is sharing that with individuals like her, as well as with churches, so that they can be about the Great Commission that God has called us to do. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for following up. And we look forward to hearing from you and to presenting more of these in the weeks ahead.